It's Iron Fork of Friday. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. We're getting set up for the Iron Fork, the weekly cake event. Thank you for joining us. With me, as always, Fourth Oracle. How are you, Fourth?
Not bad. Nice and relaxed. I got a nice cup of white tea next to me.
Have you ever joined us for the Iron Fork before? Is this your
Yes.
first time? All
No,
right,
this is
it's
my
not.
second time.
Okay, so you know exactly what the Iron Fork is about.
Oh yeah, just about relaxing, playing what you like, and having fun.
Absolutely. We're getting started here very shortly. Teams are filling up. Oracle, tell me what you see so far. What do we have to look at?
Why not? Well, look at this. We have the perfect bake with a Gatling and Hades on the front. Can only imagine it's going to be greased on that Hades, and then a flamethrower Artemis on the side. So this thing, no matter what range or direction you're coming at it from, it's going to be hitting you.
Possibly, yeah.
Spaceball 1. We have
Spaceball 1, baby.
Spaceball's the coloring book. Spaceball's the lunchbox. Spaceball's the breakfast cereal.
Spaceballs, the guns of Icarus.
Yeah, the Gatling on the port side. We're seeing. This is kind of interesting. I'm going to go out on a limb here and say the Spaceball 1, even though it has a Typhon on either side, is going for full close range because that's a Gatling on that port light gun.
Maybe that's just for emergencies?
I imagine that they're going to just load Lochnagar into that heavy flak,
Ooh.
and the moment that the armor goes down, just load it in. Because
that's wrong.
Something important about Lochnagar is that it removes arming time.
Yep.
So the moment that it fires, it'll deal full damage no matter the range of the enemy. So that would be kind of amusing, and I'm kind of hoping that's what they're going for.
Lochnagar ammo can be really painful, if only because you could load it into some strange weapons.
Yes! He's freaking doing it! Look at Thornator. He's
Starnator.
Totally doing it.
He is their gunner. He has a Lochnagar. He's
totally doing it.
Oh no! We also have the Abyss, Nishi's Mustache's Junker. It's a harassment breaker junker for the most part. It's got carronades, it's got banshees, and it has a flamethrower in the two spot as well.
Not enough fire.
Not enough fire.
Need that incendiary for those carronades. Come on.
This is classic cake we see here, which pretty much everything on here is meant to burn and break things. Everything. It's very cake. It's very cake style. Fozzie the Pyrrha, Fox's Pyramidion. We've seen this plenty of times. Double Gat front. Mortar and a Banshee on the side of it. This is actually, we've seen this setup be pretty effective before, if only because Fox tends to just charge things, just absolutely bum rush things, let those front gats break the hull, and then smash it with the nose cone of his Pyramidion.
It's all that damage
difficult. Going. It is. It's hard, but all that damage goes right to the permahull, and it can really spike a ship.
It really needs perfect timing, though. Though I think Fox can do it pretty well. Aboard the Love's Helix being piloted by Queen Chrysalis. I love flak spires. Like, I love the flak with the Mercury on front and Artemis on the side. I don't know. I'm personally a big fan of it because I think it's hilarious and
as a gunner, I can't stand it.
Really?
I really can't stand it. If only because the spire can be kind of twitchy with how you're turning it, and there are no iron sights on the heavy flak.
Nope.
None. They don't exist. And it looks like there could be some, because right below the aim of where it is, it looks like there are iron sights built into the gun, and it could be really awesome to use them. But it doesn't. And it annoys the crap out of me. I'm sorry to rant there, but it really annoys the crap out of me.
I don't know. I think it's strong. I think it's fun. McCrathenberry actually not going Lochnagar. He's going charged Lesmok Incendiary. I kind of like the Incendiary to burn away the armor. So
that Incendiary is going to be for when the range starts to close. That it takes the arming time down by under half of what it normally is. So that'll help out a lot. Don't really need Lochnagar if you have Incendiary, and you hope to high heavens you don't get in a melee situation. So it's understandable. What else do we have here? We have the Dead Sky, another Spire. Double Spire Pyramidion on the blue side of things.
No one can stand against the might of the two towers.
Oh my god. It's a Watch Aspire too. Got a lot of close range brawler kind of stuff. It's got a Banshee, it's got a double barrel mortar, it's got a Gatling gun. This Spire is going to try to get in people's faces.
I'm not sure I agree with putting the Banshee on the front. I'd like to see the Gat on the front so it's closer to the Gat mortar on the side.
That makes sense.
Besides that, though, I mean, pretty mean. I think it's going to have a little bit of trouble against the Perfect Bake and the Spaceball 1 and the Abyss, but I don't know. If they can keep it safe enough, it can get pretty quick kills.
Oh boy. Okay, we're getting set up here, guys. Hold tight. We are nearly there. How do you see, with the Pyramidion Galleon Junker combination on the red team, how do you see these ships working together?
Honestly, I think more than anything, it's going to be a brawl fest. Like, they're just going to try to get down and dirty, and their first target is going to be the Love's Helix. It's got to be. Otherwise, that flak is going to rip them apart. You have the double Gat on the Fozzie. It makes... I like the theory behind it, but in practice, it's a little bit difficult to pull off. And so I think they're not going to be too worried about the Fozzie. The Dead Sky is going to be annoying, but they can turn on it pretty hard and kill it pretty quickly. And Love's Helix, that's going to be their real target. That's the biggest threat. And when Aspire is the ideal first target, there is going to be difficulty. So I guess the real question is Blue Team going to be able to protect that Sniper Spire?
Gotcha. Alrighty. Battle on the Dunes. It's a long-range map, very open, not a ton of cover. You have the wreck on the left-hand side. You got some ribs on the right-hand side, but beyond that, very open. A lot of cloud cover, though. Sniping does tend to occur on this map quite often. Getting into it here, this is the first game of the Iron Fork. Red team versus blue team in no particular order. Starting up with the red team side, the VSS Perfect Bake, piloted by Shattuck Shademore. Shattuck Shademore. I'm sorry, I never pronounced that name correctly. Front, Gat Hades. I don't see that too often. With a Flamer and an Artemis support. For the second red ship, the Abyss, piloted by Nishi's Mustache. We have on it, on the left-hand side, double Carronade. Front is a Banshee, and the right-hand side is a Banshee and a Flamer. And the third ship for the red team, the Spaceball 1, piloted by Aragal. We have on the left-hand side, Hwacha, heavy flak, a Gat, and on the back, a Carronade. And the right-hand side is a heavy flak and a Hwacha. Oracle, go ahead and take the blue team.
You can't walk along the Spaceball 1. If you don't run, the move will be over. The game will be over, I guess, in this case. We have the Love's Helix being piloted by Queen Chrysalis. It is a Flak Spire with a Merc on the front, an Artemis on the starboard side, and a mine launcher on the port side for just-in-case situations. Aboard the Fozzie the Pyrrha, it is a double Gat forward Pyrrha with a Banshee and mortar on the port side. And finally, we have the Dead Sky, a Hwacha Spire with a Banshee on the front, Gat on the starboard side, and a double-barreled mortar on the port.
Unfortunately, I got kicked out of game.
Oh no, don't worry, I'll take care of it. Watcher comes out onto the Spaceball 1. Gonna disable some guns pretty darn well. Fozzie the Pyrrha moving in on the Perfect Bake already. Perfect Bake's coming in low. Dead Sky is taking some serious Hades shots right now. But it's switching fire to... No, it's not! There goes the armor. And there's the flak shot. What a kill! Spaceball 1 showing that their gunners got what it takes. That's Rethburn. Okay, it's Rethburn on it. No wonder.
We've seen Rethburn plenty of times. He's got some skills.
Love's Helix right now in a lot of trouble. Fozzie the Pyrrha has the wrong side facing the Perfect Bake, and so they can't move in to defend it. Balloon's getting shredded. Armor's getting shredded. Armor's down. Flak's coming in. Goes a little bit low. Just barely. But it's backing up. Might back up into a dune. Its balloon is up, though, and it's going to ride just along that dune. Though there goes the armor. Those Hades shots are mostly coming in true. It's shooting out. It's trying to keep itself safe, and the Dead Sky coming in from the side. Trying to put some damage down on the Perfect Bake, but it's a little far away.
I am finally back, thank goodness. Internet decided to stop being a butt here. Fozzie the Pyrrha coming in right behind the Perfect Bake, getting some very, very good breaks on the Perfect Bake. Breaks on the Perfect Bake, that's a tongue twister for you. but Fozzie the Pyra is turning away to bring that mortar to bear, it looks like. Crushes it! Dead Sky coming in as well to destroy that ship.
Yep, the Gat on that Dead Sky was enough to strip away the armor of that Pyra, and then the Fozzie could bring that mortar to bear.
Yeah, great hull breaks too from the Fozzie the Pyra. Those double Gat front is just, it's like the Mobula when it has those two Gats on the bottom deck and they face forward, and it's just, it tears things to shreds. It rips things apart.
Yeah, they just, it took a little bit more coordination since you had it on two different ships, but the principle's the same. No armor and no engines. They were aiming for the engines specifically, which I rather like.
Yep. Loves Helix taking a shot there. Took about half their outer hull down. I do believe they have... Oh, no. Spaceball 1 still has them locked with that heavy flak. Loves Helix is trying to dodge out of the way, trying to shake the sense of the gunner as to where it is, and it looks like Loves Helix has done that. Fozzie the Pyra now taking the majority of the fire. They have been spotted, and they're going to reel back to try and break the spot.
Perfect Bake's coming in low, went through a dust cloud just to get in next to the Abyss to try and save him. Spaceball 1 still staying a nice cowardly distance away. I'm just teasing. Perfect Bake coming in. Watcha lands, doesn't disable anything though.
I'm going to be honest, I actually, knowing how the Spaceball 1 is set up, I'm not sure I like the range they're sitting at. I think they could get a little closer.
I do definitely agree. I was being a little bit critical there. Perfect Bake taking some serious damage.
Oh, good bump! Good bump by Fozzie the Pyra.
Brings the armor back up just a little too late, and so now they're sitting at half permahull, and the Fozzie the Pyra is in the perfect place.
Fox swings the Fozzie the Pyra back around, rips it apart with help from the Dead Sky, but Dead Sky's in a little bit of trouble here. Abyss is pushing on their flank, charging straight at them, using the left side of the Junker now to put some very serious pressure on the Spire. Spire is under but oh my god, Loves Helix with the flak shots!
That was some really nice targeting. I like it. And the piloting was just right. That he was turning just enough so that he was staying in arc, but not so much that it was throwing the guns off. And they were able to get that Mercury and flak. Every single shot landed how it needed to. And so
that's not easy to do.
Ally. No, it's not.
That is not easy to do.
As you are very fond of pointing out about the flak.
Oh my god. The heavy flag's a wonderful weapon. I need to paraphrase what I say. I just don't like it. No iron sights makes me very sad.
Embrace it. Embrace the flak.
Spaceball 1 under some heavy fire from the Hwacha, but they explode before they contact the Spaceball 1. The range that the Spaceball 1 is sitting out of is actually doing it a lot of good right now. Those heavy Hwacha shots would have impacted had he been sitting a little bit closer.
The Spaceball 1 needs to get closer. That Gatling needs to be made use of. Right now, he's wasting a whole gun.
I'm surprised that the Gatling is there, to be honest. Like, why did they put it there? Is it for backup? Is it for a defense?
I think the idea was it's a just-in-case gun, but with the way they're playing it, like, they'd be better off just using that other side as a close-range side.
Loves Helix taking a few shots there. Their permahull has taken some fire. Balloon is burning down. One of their guns is burning down. Perfect Bake getting some pretty accurate fire on them, but some Hwacha shots, some very long-range Hwacha shots, all things considered, landing perfectly on the Perfect Bake. Great Hwacha shots from the Dead Sky.
Yeah, that was absolutely beautiful. The heavy clip turns it into a long-range weapon, and I love it. Though the Dead Sky in a little bit of trouble, those Hades shots are landing.
Ask and ye shall receive. Spaceball 1 is moving in.
Yep, but he's getting focused. Gatling going down, armor gets shredded over and over, and there is nothing left. That flak was too much. I love it. You use the Fozzie the Pyra to strip away the armor, and then the Loves Helix lands that flak shot. Easy kill.
This is something we talked about in a match a couple weeks ago, where you had one ship stripping hull, the other ship doing the kills. It doesn't work well in 2v2, but in 3v3, you have so many things flying that you can do it.
Absolutely. Like, That's the difference. Is you can run this sort of thing in 3v3 because it's harder to lock down like a single ship. Like when you lock down one ship, you're only getting rid of 1/3 of their power. Now the Abyss getting it ripped apart, it's all alone. The Spaceball one's charge just wasn't enough. They needed to go in all at once. The Hades though, landing nicely on the Love's Helix.
Yeah, we just saw the Dead Sky go down from some of those Hades shots. Love's Helix now under fire from that as well. Fozzie the Pyrrha, though, moving in on the perfect bake. He's coming in hot, coming in fast, pushing the perfect bake backwards.
The flak just barely is missing. Armor goes back up just in time.
This is something you mentioned the other week. Fozzie the Pyrrha is also using those double gats to destroy those front guns and keep them down, so Perfect Bake can't do anything against them.
Yeah, they're specifically targeting those guns. If you look at where those bullets are landing, they're making sure to take out those guns as much as possible.
The GAT, when you use it effectively and use it accurately, as you have said before, can break components very fast.
Yeah, absolutely. And when you have two GATs doing it, it's so easy to do. And that's the idea behind this build.
Oh no!
Coming in.
During that charge, as the Fozzie the Pyrrha was charging there, they lost their captain. Fox disconnected.
Oh no!
That's why he broke off. The crew had no other choice. That sucks.
Yeah, he's been having connection issues from the beginning of the match.
Oh, that is no fun.
Hwacha, is it gonna do anything? Let's see, their engines, they're looking okay. Hades coming in, their armor is not great though.
There's a massive cloud of dust and everything filling the center of the map right now. It's making things very hard to see.
Like, is that larger than normal, or am I seeing...
I think it's just a really bad roll of all of them spawning at once.
Yeah, probably. Fozzie the Pyrrha's in trouble.
We had this big clear, like, few moments of total clear skies, and then they all rolled in. Fozzie the Pyrrha destroyed on Geometry as it gets ground in the dust. Ouch.
Oh, that was so disappointing.
Fox still having disconnection issues. That's no fun. I hate to see that.
That blows. Makes the game a little bit less, well, a lot less fun.
Yeah, you have to have that consistent connection to play this game. Unfortunately. Spaceball 1 and Abyss holding the line. Perfect Bake swinging in from the left. We should see some pressure on these two Spires here very shortly. 3-5 in favor of the blue team so far on this one.
Yep,
the Pyrrha having some spawn issues.
It can spawn still. When your captain disconnects, the next person down the line can spawn the ship.
Whoa, Love's Helix taking some very long range fire from the Spaceball 1. Some of it actually hitting, coming in from the Perfect Bake as well. Hades shots. None of that hitting though, at all.
Fire off the flak because why not? They're just kind of taking pot shots at one another. I think they just kind of want to wait for Fox.
I just call him Fox at this point. So much easier.
I don't know.
Perfect Bake is absorbing a lot of fire right now as he tries to do this charge. Fozzie the Pyrrha coming in, helps break that armor and shreds him. No way that charge is going to work.
Though now he gets to use all that momentum to go straight into the Abyss, but he's eating a lot of fire, literally.
I think that's just fine. Good bump on the hull of the Junker. That's not easy to do. That nose cone and that hull is tiny. Fozzie the Pyrrha is still absorbing a lot of fire. Abyss, though, balloon is low. They've lost a gun. They have an engine fire. Engineers on that ship appear to be in full repair mode.
Probably. Armor's down. They were firing the carronades, trying to pop that balloon and get him away, but it's not enough. Blue team don't pick up that last kill. I'm impressed. I kind of was in 2v2 mode thinking about that double GAT.
Sure.
But, like, when they got in there, they kept disabling the guns, they kept shredding the armor, and then the flak came in. It was beautiful.
Really well done. Congratulations. Blue team gets the win. And we are going to go on to the next map here in the Iron Fork of Friday.
You know, I gotta say, that's kind of an interesting idea on a legit, like 2v2 big tournament, you know, serious face. That'd be kind of interesting. You have a double GAT Pyrrha. It gets right in the face of the enemy, disables the guns, disables the, like, shreds the armor, and then you have a Spire in the back, or maybe even a Galleon with a flak. Maybe it has its own capability to kill, so maybe like a Merc and a flak,
Hmm.
and it just stays back, lets the Pyrrha shred the armor, and then fires off flak into the hull. Like, you could use Lesmok on the flak to guarantee shots.
Didn't we see something like that, though? I mean, we saw that with Sacrilege and BFS trying to pull that off, and it just didn't work for them. One of them would always be disabled, just like it happens in 2v2, where one ship will be the one to be focused. And at that point, you lose your ability to destroy things.
The difference with like what I'm thinking of, though,
Mhm.
would be you have the double gap Pyrrha. It can
Sure.
disable, so it can defend itself pretty well, but then the Galleon or the Spire has its own capability to kill. And since the Pyrrha is going to be right in your face and shredding your armor over and over again, and the Spire is going to be way back, you can't ignore the Pyrrha because it's going to shred your armor, and then the flak's going to kind of come in. You can't
Mhm.
focus the Spire because then the Pyrrha is just going to shred your armor immediately, and then the flak's going to come in.
Mhm.
Like,
But
it's
before we
so brutal.
start this next game, we need to restart the Zoom call. Apparently, the handover didn't work properly, and Rob needs to make it.
Dag, yo.
Yep. Uh-oh. Yeah. It's being a little unhappy. We're going to restart the Skype call here, guys. Hold tight.
Yep, be right back. Ah! Okay, got you.
Also, Rob, do you want me to take over the score page?
No, I should be able to do it. I'm getting it entered in pretty quick.
Okay.
I don't have to exit out of the game to do it, since I've got windowed mode running.
Right. I see him. I got him. Oh, the minor nuances of broadcasting. We'll be getting back going here very shortly, guys. There we go. Alrighty. Now that we've got that little problem sorted out, we're back at it here.
Here we go.
Sammy of the Ducks, the leader of the Ducks, has joined in on the VSS Perfect Bake. Ooh. A little bit of high profile there. We also have James Tiberius Kirk, leader of Cake, joining us in the observers panel, watching his cakes do his bidding, burning things up.
And I have some flavored white tea, leader of tea. Golly, this is good tea.
You know, someone's going to make a clan called T because of that.
There's already the gentleman.
Sammy's correcting me, co-leader. Frogger is the other leader. I forgot about that. I keep forgetting that they're co-leaders.
Yeah. Frogger is more in charge of recruitment and so, like, organization, I think. Sammy BT is in charge of, like, the teams more.
Right. I keep forgetting that. Sorry there, Sammy.
I can only assume that he will forgive you of your transgressions.
Hopefully. Cloud Seeker, new ship for the blue team, piloted by Crypto Shrimp, a cryptographic shrimp. It is a blender fish. Multiple carronades on there and a Gatling gun.
I love blenderfish.
Why is that?
So I love blenderfish because they can fight everything. They're so maneuverable. They can get in really fast and disable everything except for metamidians. But I mean, that's the only thing that hard counters them. I like them a lot. It's really fun to get kills with them too because the Hellhound double barrel carronade does so much damage. You load incendiary into it, and then burn away the armor and load charged, hit the hull. So
Sammy correcting me again. I'm not gonna say that on air, but it's hilarious. Oh, that's terrible. That's terrible. The Blenderfish is a ton of fun. I have the Blenderfish and Watchafish up there in some of my favorite ships to gun on. It's just so much fun.
Them. Yeah, whenever I'm on my Blenderfish, you're with me. Yeah.
For better or worse.
Yep.
And sometimes it's Byron mining us.
Gosh darn it. That was awful.
Happy memories. Also, the
he was
jackhammer.
Yelling at me.
What's that?
Match? I remember that match. He was like yelling at me. It's like,
yeah.
geez, like start going in with me. It's like, when I do, you mine me.
We have the jackhammer. It's a very, very meta junker. Gat mortars all over the place with an Artemis front. Designed to get in there fast, destroy shit, and get out. Abyss, that is Nishi's Mustache's junker. That is not changed. And the Please Recycle from Aragal. Another junker. It's got a lot of stuff on it. It's got 2 Artemis, it's got a Gat mortar, and it's got a Banshee. Banshee on the front, no less.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting. I think the idea is you have someone on the front, or like you have a main NG that's going to be running around, and then you have 2 people on the Artemi on the port side. And then because the rotation speed on the Banshee is so fast, as soon as they get in range, they can just jump up front onto the Banshee and then get firing real quick.
In an optimal situation, you could have the Banshee and the Gat mortar all focused on one target quite easily. Very easily.
That'd be strong. That'd be really strong.
It would be. Yeah, but again, optimal situation where you don't have anyone repairing at that point. If you take fire, someone has to get off something and start fix stuff. So
yeah, but then like the Banshee person is kind of disposable in his role. He can jump off and get repairing.
Yeah.
But if he gets everything repaired and the enemy's guns are out of arc, he can very quickly jump on the front gun, utilize the fast rotation speed, and just rip into him. Get a quick kill.
Makes sense to me. Again, we're getting ready to go here. Just waiting on the Perfect Bake, Cloudseeker, and Jackhammer to ready up. Again, thank you everyone for joining us here. This is the Iron Fork of Friday. Happens every Friday, 4 p.m. EST. It's a cake event. It's open to the public, so if you want to hop in when there's an open slot, you are more than welcome to. It's a fun little thing Cake likes to do every Friday to promote community awareness. Let people know they exist. Have some fun with everyone. It's great. It's so much fun to see.
People exist. It's a massive revelation. Insignius, I think, is trying to get Crypto Shrimp to swap. That or they're going for the little-known double pilot strat. But that's doubtful.
I highly doubt it. If only because the only time I've seen that be successful is with the gens.
Okay, that was stupid. I'm just sitting there. I'm sitting there hanging out. And then I think Catherine messages me and is like, hey, we need a pilot. Can you jump in for a game? Like, oh, sure, I guess. I join on him onto a ship with all pilots, and he says, quick, go pilot, and let's go. And then, like, the match started in, like, another 20 seconds.
Yep.
I'm just like, I guess we're all pilots now, and nobody had a mallet.
Okay, so it didn't work the time you did it.
We won. But, like, that's
okay, so you guys more thing. What? Like, I joined in later on, after you had left, I think, and it kept working. Like,
no,
we won 2 more games.
I wouldn't say the word work. It
like functioned. We got wins with it.
It technically functioned in the way like a creaky old car that's about to fall apart can still technically roll.
I think you're being a negative Nancy.
I think that this lobby is going insane. Everyone's meowing.
This is why I turn off the voice chat during these events, so I can focus.
Oh my goodness gracious. So much meowing.
We're getting going here. Canyon Ambush is the map. Oracle, go ahead and tell us about Canyon Ambush.
Canyon Ambush is kind of weird. On the far north and far southern sides, you have some nice ranged fighting that can happen. Lots of open space. In the middle, though, you got some nice brawling where there's just a bunch of rock spires moving. Well, not moving. There's a bunch of rock spires that you have to navigate around. And it's a very tall map. So you end up having these matches where you're running around these tall rock spires and trying to gain the advantage of height.
There we go. Alrighty. It is the Iron Fork Game 2. I almost said Box Social. No, that's tomorrow. Iron Fork of Friday Game 2. Red Team versus Blue Team. Red Team is first. Perfect Bake, piloted by... Who is that? That's Shadak Shademore. We have on it a Front Hwacha. It is a goldfish, by the way. Front Hwacha. Side Flamer. Side Gat. I like the Hwacha fish. It is one of my favorite ships to fly on. We also have the Abyss, piloted by Nishi's Mustache. On the left-hand side, we have double Carronade. On the front, a Banshee. And on the right-hand side, a Banshee and a Flamer. And the third ship, the Please Recycle. Another Junker, piloted by, who is that? Aragal. We have on the right-hand side there, a Gat Mortar. On the front, we have a Banshee. And on the left-hand side, we have double Artemis. Take it away, Oracle with the blue ships.
And aboard the Love's Helix, we have, once again, a Flak Spire with a Mercury on the front, an Artemis on the right side, and a mine launcher on the left side, already firing out mines, because why not? Aboard the Cloud Seeker, I forgot the pilot, being piloted by, the Love's Helix being piloted by Queen Chrysalis. Aboard the Cloud Seeker, being piloted by Crypto Shrimp, we have a Blenderfish. That is a Carronade on the front, with another Barking Dog Carronade on the starboard side.
Oh,
and
yeah.
on the port. And
many
these...
Carronades, all sides, even sides.
And aboard the Strike Cruiser Gamma, we have Gat Mortar Port, and a double Hades starboard with a Flamer on the front. That is an interesting build. Well, how do you think they're going to fly it?
Let's just take a look-see here. Strike Cruiser Gamma, double Hades. I figure they'll probably just use the double Hades for the long-range side and pretend they're Artemis, or just like Artemis had been used previously as a long-range side. Yeah, if you look, they're swinging the Junker around right now.
Oh, the mine!
As they get hit with their own mine. Oh, my.
Chrysalis, get your crew under control.
They're going to swing the Hades around to use it as a long-range side more than likely, just like we've seen Artemis used in the past. Oh, my goodness.
Nolan is an insane
Shots
man.
coming in from the Please Recycle and the Perfect Bait, both swinging in now. You know, we're going to have a shirt, tar because reasons, mine because reasons.
Mine because screw you. Watch it coming down. That
mine because Byron.
God.
They're hiding behind the cliff still. Perfect Bait using cloud cover to mask its approach as best it can, but it does indeed get spotted as it dips below the clouds. Taking some fire now. Flak shots, Hades shots, all coming in. Flak shots not accurate just yet. Oh, never mind. Oh my goodness.
That
Perfect
flak was
Bait.
perfectly timed. Perfectly timed flak shot. There goes the armor one more time, but I don't think they have anything that can bring the perma hull down fast enough.
Those Hades shots, oh boy, those are coming in incredibly accurately. The red team, though, has used this time to position Abyss at a flanking position.
Nudge. That nudge needed to not happen. He's going to bounce off, though, and back up. He's going right into the clouds, trying to break that vision, but a spot's still down
Abyss is coming in behind the Love's Helix. He's coming in right behind. This is going to be exceptionally brutal if the blue team doesn't realize this. But they have Cloud Seekers moving in, trying to disable the Abyss as best he can. Balloon is at half. Abyss is flying right around it, ahead of it. Oh, goodness.
Love's Helix takes down the Junker that was coming in for him. Abyss, though, close range on the Love's Helix. Balloon's not looking so great, and now he's dropping down.
They don't have the altitude to engage them.
Nope, the Cloud Seeker is going to try to make sure that it stays that way. They do have the Carronade on the starboard side. There we go. Starboard side. They can keep that balloon down, but the flame is coming out in the Cloud Seeker hard. He's Strike Cruiser Gamma coming up over him and rising up and leaving Cloudseeker to his fate, I suppose.
Abyss is doing a great job of trying to engage the Cloudseeker, but without a balloon, and the balloon on the Junker is a big target. It is a big, nice, juicy target. The Cloudseeker, as a blender fish, is perfectly equipped to try and take out the Abyss. Cloudseeker has the advantage.
Look at that, just barely rising up in time. Fire coming out in the Cloudseeker. Cloudseeker is not in angle. He's just been trying to keep that Carronade down, but the Abyss coming in behind him. Balloon's going to go down, and Abyss is very close to the geometry. And here comes the perfect bake. Oh! Flak shot comes out the moment the armor goes down. Love's Helix is in the perfect spot.
All over the place now. Cloudseeker is not in a position to try and help with that, but Perfect Bake does indeed get taken out by those flag shots and Strike Cruiser Gamma with the Hades.
The moment you stop paying attention to a kill spire like that is the moment you die.
That kill spire, the flag spire does need to go down pretty quickly for the red team to have a good chance of winning this contest.
They have to focus that spire. There's no other choice. If they leave that spire up, then... I mean, what's on the Strike Cruiser Gamma again? What do they have for armor shred? They have Gats and Hades. Golly gosh, that is going to shred through armor quick. You have a blender
that double
fish.
Hades.
You have a blender fish. It's good for destroying the balloon, but if you load Incendiary into that Carronade, it burns armor away really fast.
It burns armor, it burns components, it can ignite everything very quickly.
Turns out fire is detrimental to everything aboard an airship.
Oddly enough. And maybe they use helium too.
For the last time, it's helium. What part of this aren't you getting? Obviously the main concept.
Red team is playing conservative now, holding back in the rocks, trying to lure the blue team into a much more close quarters scenario. Love's Helix very wisely holding back, holding the open area. The more range they can put between themselves and their opponents, the better they're going to be able to do in taking people out before they can even think about engaging them.
Yep. Not going to happen, though, I don't think.
No.
Blue's being pretty careful about this. Wow, that Junker is incredibly still. He's hardly moving at all. Jeez.
Yeah, the blue team realizes that they need to stay out of these canyons, I think, that they need to kind of play it conservative as well with the long-range spire there, but it looks like Love's Helix is heading into the canyons.
Yeah. Why not? I mean, right now, let's see, do they have Lock Nagar? I can only assume.
Abyss is moving right under the Cloudseeker. I don't think they've been spotted yet, but Strike Cruiser Gamma will get a spot here very shortly, if nothing else.
Yeah, the Abyss is low. It's been targeted. Artemis is firing down on him, trying to disable those guns. What does he have again? Too many Junkers. Carronades. They gotta get those Carronades down quick. Perfect Bake coming in behind. It's gonna take a little bit longer to get him in position, though.
Abyss has multiple fires to deal with right now. Outer Hull goes down. It is being focused right now. Permahull going down as well. Flag shots miss repeatedly. Those need to hit.
Oh, the Abyss got hit by a mine, and now it's going to bump his geometry. That wasn't nice. That wasn't a flag. That was just Strike Cruiser Gamma shoving him into the ground. Love's Helix, though, lost its balloon. It's taking bounces. Perfect Bait coming in behind. Please recycle. It's got the Love's Helix locked down, but it's going to rise up quick. And now it's firing on the Strike Cruiser Gamma. Gat comes down. There's the ram. Guns are still in arc, but it's all going into the balloon. Now it's not. Going into the armor.
Ooh, watch a shot's coming in. Mostly miss, though.
Not what they need. Please recycle. Its armor's almost completely up. Strike Cruiser
It's getting
Gamma.
tarred all to hell. Strike Cruiser Gamma is just inking all over the place, dropping multiple tar clouds on top of Please Recycle. This is so detrimental to Please Recycle right now.
And now the Cloudseeker coming in hard. Carronade comes down, pops the balloon. And the Gats coming in. Love's Helix rising up. This is a 3-on-1 situation. The Abyss is too far away to help. Armor's down. Perfect Bait coming in to try and assist. But there it is. There's that flak shot. And now the perfect bake, not in a good position, hasn't been spotted. Might just try to hide out here.
Wise situation. Great control on part of the blue team. They weren't exactly in advantage there. They didn't have the advantage for the majority of that contest, but they were able to turn things around, take each ship down part by part. Great tar clouds, too, from the Strike Cruise Gamma. That completely disabled the Please Recycle. Please Recycle. Completely disabled it.
Oh, Perfect Bake has been discovered. Now he's in trouble. Balloon's down. Cloudseeker's gonna follow him down with that carronade. Loves Helix. Firing out Artemis shots because why not? Perfect Bake, yeah, his armor's not looking so hot. It's getting shredded. That balloon is down, so the GAT is going straight into the armor. Where's the hull? Come on. It'll take
VSS
one more.
Perfect Bake. It's in a very bad situation right now. Balloon has been repeatedly popped. Love Helix coming down for a Goomba Stomp. Oh my God.
Getting impaled hard. Mine goes down. If the Perfect Bake moves a little bit farther forward, it's going to get dunked right in the face. Balloon's up. Mines are going to try to zone it out. Can he bump him into the mines?
Oh, yes. It's going to happen. Yes.
Oh, man. But the armor goes down to the Love's Helix. It ate that mine, too. It was too close. Artemis goes down, but it's only going into the armor.
We've seen this before on the Iron Fork. We've seen some very creative use of mines. You have to remember, though, the blast radius targets everything. It does not differentiate friend from foe. Whoa.
Christopher Walken yell right there, apparently. Gonna try to ram him into the mine again. There it is. He's going to Goomba Stomp, though, and now he's in danger of hitting his own mine. Don't do it. He eats it.
Oh, no.
Perfect Bake goes down as well. He is vulnerable. He bounces, takes a little bit of permahull. Cloudseeker coming down. Going to keep popping that balloon. Abyss coming over the hill. At dawn, look to the east. Or the north, I guess, in this case.
Yeah, it's the north. Perfect Bake avoiding multiple mines. Cloudseeker can tap this one if he's not careful. Perfect Bake getting sat on by the Cloudseeker. Perfect Bake somehow still alive. Oh my God!
The mine hits everyone. The Abyss.
Everyone get in there.
Oh, Dark Cloud gonna screw everyone.
Oh no!
Oh, there go the engines of everyone. Everyone's gonna be stuck in this awful position. Cloudseeker eating permahull from that flamer. It's not much, but it's enough to hurt. Love's Helix
is ridiculous.
All stuck. Perfect
and
Bake getting away.
Above all else, Perfect Bake is out of there. Cloudseeker is completely disabled. Abyss is eating him.
James T. Kirk says, Love's Helix for Red Team MVP.
Oh my goodness.
The Abyss's balloon ain't looking so hot. Strike Cruiser Gamma flaming his own ship because reasons, I guess. Abyss losing his armor. Love's Helix trying to turn that mortar on him, but it might be too late. Balloon's not looking great, but it's enough.
Multiple Spire bumps, multiple Spire rams, aggressive Spire use. Cloudseeker bumping into the back wall, though, while trying to keep arc on the Abyss. Abyss's outer hull is looking like crap. It is getting ripped apart. One engine is down, one gun is down on the Abyss. Balloon continuing to get ripped to shreds, continue to get stomped on by Love's Helix. Getting bumped in another mine! It's gonna happen! Mine bounce!
The armor's burning. It's going to go down. There it is. These bounces are going to do permahull. Where's that mortar? There it is. Please recycle. It's all alone now. This is a meat grind of epic proportions.
I don't even know what's going on anymore. Oh my goodness. Please recycle rising up right in front of Love's Helix. Cloudseeker in perfect range. Strike Cruise Gamma in range as well. Just fine and dandy. Please recycle losing their balloon. Getting bounced near a mine. They took their shot. Outer hull going down. Blue team wins. Whew.
I have a philosophical question for you.
Hit me.
If you get sat on by a Spire, would you say that you got shafted?
You can't. You can't ask me questions like that. I can't handle that. You know what, though?
Getting shot. Wait, never mind.
No. I think, though, that if a Spire is able to sit on someone like that, it should do extra damage. That thing's pointy as hell.
I kind of agree with that. She goes straight through the balloon.
It's so difficult to do that with a Spire too. Like you're getting no. It's such a fragile ship. If you can do that, if a captain can manage to do that, you should be able to do extra damage.
I gotta agree with you on that one. I agree.
Wow.
Muse, make it happen.
Muse, make it happen. We know you're listening. Make it happen.
Coders on it.
Probably low on their priority list. Wow. That was great.
That was gorgeous.
No. Next map is Water Hazard.
Uh-oh. Lost a dude.
We see some folks switching out. Coming in, coming out. It's a public match once again, guys. This is a public event that they hold, that Cake holds every single week, every Friday at 4 p.m. EST. Melon Crabernathy's Mobula coming in there.
I refuse to pronounce it as anything other than
You're going to lose your voice in about 10 minutes that way.
Maybe. I don't know, man. I don't know. We'll see.
VSS Pastry Prize, James Tiberius Kirk's Goldfish. We've seen him fly this a couple of times. He is hyper aggressive with that thing. He is exceptionally aggressive. Exceptionally aggressive. So we're going to see what we get out of him. What's that?
Aggressive? How aggressive?
He is crazy effing aggressive.
How aggressive?
Mildly aggressive. It's his Carronade fish too. He's going blender fish with it. Oh my.
Sammy BT messaged me. Howard Dean scream?
What does that even mean?
What is a Howard Dean? Oh, and I'm looking this up. One moment.
Oh no. We also have the Spire. Shattuck Shademore's Spire. Let's see, what does Shattuck have on that? That is a Flak Spire.
I'm listening. Trying to figure out.
Fozzie the Pira.
None of you guys remember this?
I don't remember this. What is this?
Hold on, I'll pull it up.
Oh no.
Wow. Well, I can't quite get.
Trying to find it. There's too much cheering.
Oh, is this from the that Democrat that?
Yes.
Okay, I know what this is. Never mind.
Yeah, it
I know
happened in
exactly
Iowa.
what this is. Yeah. No, I know what this is. I'm going to do my rendition of the Howard Dean scream.
New Hampshire, Carolina, and Oklahoma.
Oh no, here it is.
And North Dakota, and New Mexico. We're going to California, and Texas, and New York. And we're going to South Dakota, and Oregon, and Washington, and Michigan. And then we're going to Washington, D.C. to take back the White House.
Yeah! Okay, yeah, I know what that is. I didn't make the connection with Howard Dean there, but yeah, the Howard Dean scream.
We have a Pyramidion, and a Mobula, and a Goldfish!
I can't do this.
And a Spire Stomp!
I don't even know how to react anymore. Oh my god, the VSS Surprise Shattuck Shademore Spire. They've actually added a name to it now. Still a Flak Spire. I'm trying to focus. I promise I'm trying to focus.
Feeder of love, feeding Hades. More like feeder of death, because Hades is the god of death.
Something like that. Maybe.
Don't judge me.
All Hades all the time on that ship. Every
It's
single
getting used
weapon
a
is
lot.
a Hades.
It's getting used a lot by high-level, competitive teams, because it's kind of become the new meta.
I love Hades. Hades is one of my favorite guns. I'm so glad it's becoming a meta.
And in all honesty, we do need one sound effect for when we're doing Guns Icarus.
We're getting going here. Oh my
Stream
goodness.
hear that? Please tell me stream could hear that.
Yes, they heard that.
Okay, thank goodness.
Water Hazard, tell us about the map Oracle.
Water Hazard is big and wide open, and yeah, that's about it. Not as many clouds as a lot of other maps, so you end up with a lot of sniping, a lot of long-range engagements, and a lot of kind of crazy charges.
A lot of chaos. Chaos
Yep.
tends to reign supreme on this map.
If ever there were a game to do Iliad style.
Next week we're going to try out
Next
Iliad
week.
style on
So,
Iron Fork.
What we mean by Iliad style is in the Iliad, what they do is they follow like one warrior going until they got killed by someone, and then they went over to that warrior and followed him through the battle until he got killed. They just kind of got passed along.
Fire's already started here. Feeder of Love, the Pyramidion. Queen Chrysalis captaining it. Hades all the time on it. All Hades on there. Second ship, the piloted by Melon McCrabbernathy. On the bottom deck, double Carronade. On the main deck here, we got Banshees. And top deck is a Hades. And the VSS Pastry Prize, captained by James Tiberius Kirk. Carronade on that with a Banshee and a Flamer. Go ahead, Oracle.
Tiberius Kirk aboard the VSS
Tiberius Kirk.
Surprise. I know
It's my
exactly what
ship's
you're
end.
referencing. Being piloted by Shattuck Shavemore, it's a Flagfish with the Hades on the front, Artemis on the starboard side, and a Gat on the port. Aboard the Fozzie the Pira, getting fired on right now. We have double Gat with a Banshee and the mortar on the port side. And aboard the Strike Cruiser Gamma, we have a Gat mortar port side with a flamethrower on the front, and double Hades on the starboard. Take it away.
Oh my god. Yeah! I just got ground to pieces by Fozzie the Pira. VSS Pastry Prize is coming in behind Fozzie, though. It's getting ground down. It's bumping against the bridge with an exceptionally large hitbox. VSS Pastry Prize using that Carronade to the best of its abilities, but taking a nasty bump there, though. Bumping the Pastry Prize out of arc, letting Fozzie get a little bit of altitude there. That could be a problem for VSS Pastry Prize. Their outer hull goes down. They are starting to take some perma-hull damage.
Yeah, but it's a Gatling. Now, the big question is, are they going to be able to keep the armor down for the Ram? No, they're not. Now, the Pastry Prize going to drop down. It's going to be low. We might see a Goomba Stomp. Rob, would you mind?
No!
Ah! Pastry
Yeah!
Prize in trouble. Eating some Gats. But it's not that big of a deal. In the meantime, Strike Cruiser Gamma getting targeted by the Feeder of Love. Hades coming down, though.
Hades going between both ships at this point. Both ships are just flinging that lava right back and forth between each other. Pastry Prize getting repeatedly disabled by Fozzie the Pira. Engines being targeted. Fozzie going in for a ram, keeping that armor pretty well ground out. Bump happens. Oh, man.
On the left side, there's the mortar. No, that's the Banshee. That's right. They got a Banshee on the side. I like it for just real quick hull damage. There goes the hull again. Here comes the Banshee. Come on. No. No Banshee.
No. They're just swinging around each other at this point.
In the meantime, Feeder of Love and Strike Cruiser Gamma stuck in a big cloud of tar. They're just kind of staring each other down. Can't do much. Tar's getting blown away finally. And the Feeder of Love is going to come out with no guns. Strike Cruiser Gamma, much of the same.
Nothing. Those tar clouds just obliterated their ships. Fozzie the Pira is in a nasty situation right now. Pastry Prize was able to stay alive long enough for the to come in and keep it alive, taking out Fozzie the Pira. Oh my god, fire everywhere on Fozzie. Oh my god. No.
Getting focused hard. The guy
is out of arc. He's out of arc right now.
Doesn't
Pastry
matter.
Prize though coming in behind, using that Carronade, finishing off Fozzie the Pira.
Quick kill. Blenderfish can do a surprising amount of damage. Feeder
Oh, yeah.
Love eating some gap fire into its engines and armor right now. There goes the armor.
Strike
I think
Cruiser
the water's
Gamma
a
has the
far
Feeder
away.
Love in a really good position right now. Absolutely where they want that Pyramidion at.
Those mortars would have landed if the range wasn't so short.
That's true. True facts.
Oh, those are really nice. Who's on that mortar? Hold on. Shout out to them. That's Coghead. Beast.
Coghead, level 10 engineer of Cake.
I think that was him. Tiberius was rebuilding the engines. I can't be certain. Anyway, Pastry Prize coming down on the Strike Cruiser Gamma. Gonna load that balloon up with Carronade shot. Gonna go for the ram, though.
Tar drop does not affect the Pastry Prize just yet. They are floating way out of it thanks to their momentum. Pastry Prize not being affected by the tar yet. Oh, but they took a nasty one there. I do believe engineers are starting to go a little insane on the Pastry Prize now. That tar is probably affecting them at this point.
They're doing okay. Strike Cruiser Gamma, it's gonna bounce. All that tar is burning away the engine to the Strike Cruiser Gamma pretty hard. Meantime, the getting ripped up by those Gats. But
Strike Cruiser Gamma has had their outer hull go down. Feeder of Love's coming in as well. Pastry Prize doing everything in its power to keep the Strike Cruiser Gamma disabled. The Feeder of Love bumps the Pastry Prize, blocks some of their shots too. Feeder of Love, MVP for blue team.
Hades coming out on the Feeder of Love right now. What does Feeder of Love have on the front again? It's double Hades, that's right.
It's quadruple Hades.
That's right.
That's
Yeah,
quadruple Hades on
That's
it.
right. That's right. He's the quadruple Hades one. I gotta say, I'm kind of noticing something here, and this is kind of inherent in the Water Hazard, specifically because it's always such a brawl. It's difficult to get.
Strike Cruiser Gamma is going down. Sorry to interrupt you there, but Feeder of Love, Pastry Prize grounding down the Strike Cruiser Gamma. Oh my goodness, there's nothing left on that perma hull. Whoa!
One ship on the red team went down. Strike Cruiser Gamma not looking good. Still
that was the guy.
Yeah, the guy went down. The engines on the Strike Cruiser Gamma, all it has is one turning engine, and it's at half and on fire. It's just tarring desperately. Pastry Prize just gonna go underneath it. The Strike Cruiser Gamma taking some pretty big Hades shots.
Those Hades shots are pretty off the mark, though, unfortunately. Some of the tar clouds starting to mess with the targeting on the Feeder of Love. Feeder of Love, those coming into brawl range there, staying absolutely close. Not the best choice when you have all Hades, but perhaps there is a plan in place.
Feeder of Love eating the gat of the Strike Cruiser Gamma.
How is the Strike Cruiser Gamma still alive? I ask you this.
There isn't enough stuff that can deal reliable hull damage. That's
Fozzie the Pira did try to do a good ram on the Pastry Prize, just ended up going way too low for the Pastry Prize to engage, though. Pastry Prize sinking down with that carronade, doing everything in their power to the Fozzie the Pira. Balloon does indeed go down on Fozzie. Pastry Prize eating a lot of damage, though. Outer hull is gone down again. They are exposed, but great fire from the takes out another blue ship. 2-2.
Using those Banshees to very great effectiveness. It's good at stripping away armor. It takes a little bit longer than the Gatling, but has a longer range, burns away the armor. Then as soon as the armor is down, they're exceptionally strong against the hull.
You can set a lot of fires. You can set a lot of fires and spread
shots.
chaos with Banshees, too.
Yeah, absolutely. I wonder. I'm actually curious. They're using grease. Okay, so they just got some pretty lucky shots. The Banshee has a pretty wide cone of fire. So
Strike Cruiser Gamma is absorbing a lot of fire right now. Its outer hull could go down here. At that point, it's done. It is out of there. 3-2 in favor of the red team. I'm sorry. Continue.
Little shout out to Blinknell and Pilcrow. Those Banshee shots, they've been beautiful. Like, every single one has landed whenever, like, they're within that, like, even when they're at pretty long range. Feeder of Love in a lot of trouble.
Oh my goodness, the Feeder of Love charged in all alone. Fozzie the Pira and VSS Surprise able to engage it pretty effectively so far. Shots raining down on Feeder of Love. Fozzie keeping its outer hull broken, smashing it with the help of the VSS Surprise. Great teamwork there. 3-3, all tied up.
No, it's very different. It's not surprise, it's surprise.
Surprise.
Maybe I'll link what they're referencing after the match. I'm not sure you want to know, though.
I'm not sure I want to know either. VSS Pastry Prize taking a lot of damage. James Dabarius Kirk rolling backwards, trying to disengage, but gonna bump the unless he gets out of the way, just barely slinks out of the way.
He's fine. He's fine. Ga isn't really an arc anyway. They just want to back up to the Feeder of Love, who's way in the back. They're going to need the firepower of those Hades. They're going to move behind this rock back out here. Should be okay.
It seems like, for some reason, Water Hazard is always a little more chaotic than most other maps. I'm not sure why that is. but it always is, and makes for very fun matches. Very fun
I know
game.
why. It's a couple reasons. A, it's very wide open. B, the spawns are very close to one another. God, taking a bad bounce, using
Whoa!
but it doesn't matter. Holy cow, that was brutal. Now flies to the pier, though, in a bad way. Pastry Prize gonna load that carronade into the balloon. Armor's gonna go down over and over. He's gonna Goomba stop. Rob, you really need to finagle a way to get that.
I think we just heard it. I think we actually just heard it, though. Fozzie the Pira dragging James Tiberius Kirk and his goldfish backwards, having his ally there in the VSS Surprise do some long-range firepower along with Strike Cruiser Gamma, taking out the Pastry Prize. Great teamwork there on the blue team, 5-3.
Bureau Love eating those gat shots. The Surprise still has the flak on the front. Is it gonna land as it needs to? I don't think so.
Outer hull
Armor's
goes down. They need to land. Those need to land, otherwise Bureau Love could get in brawl range.
It's low. He's trying to. I think the Spire's gonna be okay. He's got those gats on him, shredding those engines apart. Flak comes in. Doesn't quite land as it needs to. It hits the balloon.
Great bump by Fozzie the Pira, though. Takes the outer hull, the perma-hull rather, of Feeder of Love down to half. Great aggressive action there from Fox, captaining the Fozzie the Pira.
Nice tar going out, but he's only going to drop one. Strike Cruiser Gamma coming in from the side, and there it is. Couple mortar shots, I believe. I believe those are charged mortar shots. Let me check.
Not too sure. Great teamwork, though, on the blue team. They're able to focus their fire where they need it to be.
Did you see what got the kill?
I think it was actually Fozzie.
Was it?
Might have been. I'm not too sure.
That's kind of weird. Well, either way, some nice triple teaming there. Rest of the
Great
team
focus
just
fire. I mean,
spawned too far away.
That kill belonged to all three members of the blue team, though. So.
Yep, red team's teammates are too far away. Like they spawned way too far away. It did kind of
going on its own, didn't it?
A little bit. Flamethrower on the at each other. This is your fault. Badoosh.
Knowing how James Tiberius Kirk works, this is how they show their affection for each other.
Through fire and water.
No fire, just fire.
What's with me and Gandalf quotes today?
I don't know. They're also trying to shoot at the boat. The peasantry is the target of the red team at this point. They have started killing off civilians. This is unfortunate.
So they're going for a more macro style here, going for the economy of the blue team. They
it's sad.
This fishing village.
It is so sad when you see good teams go bad and they start killing off innocent civilians.
I know, but I mean, if they can take out that fishing line, that's going to hurt their economy a lot, and they won't be able to make as many ships.
You also won't be able to purchase the required upgrades for their cannons.
Yeah, that's right. Muse just recently implementing the resource system and the upgrade system as well. You can dock. Well, I'm talking out of my ass.
I think we all are. Strike Cruiser Gamma swinging around the rocks here, coming in direct line of fire of the Feeder of Love and Pastry Prize. This could be a bad situation.
Yeah, this may have been misinformed. Pastry Prize actually eating some of the Hades, but I don't think it matters. Panic farts. Bam! Oh, that was a nasty bounce.
Ouch.
Didn't quite get the bounce on him. Tried to. It was close.
Ouch. Nasty bounce there from Pastry Prize, too. Did Pastry Prize get the kill on that?
I don't think it matters that. I think the water got the kill on that one.
Water got the kill. It got eaten by the water. Junker got eaten by the water.
Yep, nom nom. Gotta watch out for those sharks on this map. New thing that Muse added yesterday. Sharks on water hazard.
Oh, you're terrible.
Yep. No,
You're just gonna start confusing people.
Reliable intel.
The Surprise taking some long-range shots there on the red team. They're all sighted and spotted.
I think the red team's gonna have trouble with this engagement. Fozzie the Pira eating a little bit. He's gonna want to get in a little bit closer. I think blue team wants that medium range engagement, but red team wants that close range engagement. And it's really easy to turn a mid range into a close range.
Looks like Pastry Prize is slinking around the far side of the spire here, trying to get a better arc on the blue team as they come towards the Feeder 11. Yeah!
We have a moment. We have a moment to sit and think, which is
to ponder.
Unprecedented on Water Hazard. We got a moment. So right now, we have the red team behind by 2 points. Blue only needs one more kill to win. What does red need to do to make a victory? Oh, no, never mind. I lied. Fozzie the Pira coming in hard on the... Yeah! Hades coming down. Armor gets shredded. Using hydrogen to rise. The vertical mobility on the Mobule is excellent. Fozzie the Pira using hydrogen to rise as well. Will it get the bump? No, it won't, but it's behind him. Feeder of Love rising, but it's going to be a little bit too close for those Hades to have that arming time that it needs. Whoop, reverse Goomba Stomp.
Fozzie and the VSS Surprise had their balloons both taken out at almost the exact same time. Fozzie still losing their balloon to what I believe is the Ga, and it's fire.
Oh, it backs out, but into the arming time range of the Hades for the Feeder of Love.
This is exactly what Fozzie doesn't want to do. This is a bad situation for the Fozzie. They're going to continue taking this Hades fire, but it is incredibly inaccurate. Pastry Prize swinging in with that heavy carronade, doing everything in their power to try and take out Fozzie the Pira, blocking some shots there from the Hades.
Not blocking any Hades shots. They're going around him, and I like the momentum, using the momentum to move through the cone of, through the fire of those Hades, and it didn't actually get in the way.
Through the fire and the flames?
We carry on. Okay.
Feeder of Love is continually pursuing Fozzie the Pira, knowing that they have him in a bad situation. Those Hades shots, relatively inaccurate so far, mostly because of how Fozzie the Pira is moving all over the place, trying to back up. Fozzie the Pira's engines are in full throttle. He is putting kerosene in those, doing everything he can to stay alive. He's going to push back forward and engage.
Now the Pastry Prize has moved a little bit too far forward. He's overextended. The Surprise is firing down on him. Armor is burning, and it's down. Where's the flak?
Wow.
Just need a couple flak shots. Those Hades are landing how they need to. Where's the armor? It's gonna eat it. Armor is down again. Flak goes wide. Fozzie the Pira coming in close. Strike Cruiser Gamma right behind him, but the Feeder of Love is coming down. He's gonna ram Fozzie the Pira out of arc, but it's taking that gut fire pretty bad. If that armor goes down, he's gonna take some serious permahull. Gah! Moving in on the Strike Cruiser Gamma, locking him down, trying to fight back, and this whole time the Surprise is in perfect arc. There goes the Pira. Feeder of Love backing up behind the Pastry Prize to try and get defense, but the Surprise firing down on him, and the Strike Cruiser Gamma is having its way with the engines of the entire red team, save for the Gah!
I'm shocked that Fozzie lived as long as he did. Now the entire red team is between the Spire and Strike Cruiser Gamma. It looks like God's going to engage Strike Cruiser Gamma, keep him busy, while Feeder of Love and Pastry Prize move in to try and take out the Spire. It is 5-6 in favor of the blue team ever so slightly. VSS Surprise in a nasty situation. They cannot get the shots off to protect themselves against the Pastry Prize. Pastry Prize, those all getting knocked out from the Fozzie. Fozzie is coming in with extreme prejudice, extreme pressure, trying to take out the Pastry Prize. But Feeder of Love coming around, swinging its Hades as best it can. Fozzie the Pira not letting up against the Pastry Prize, continuing to lay on the fire. This could be it. Fozzie going in for a bump here.
That armor is about to go down. The armor was up for that last bump, but the balloon's low. If that balloon goes down, it's going to be an easy target for the Gat. Here comes the Hades from the Feeder of Love trying to protect the Pastry Prize. The Ga is there as well. The Disables are there. We have 6-6. It's one kill for either team. Strike Cruiser Gamma coming in. Pastry Prize getting focused out by the Surprise. Hades, though, not going to land, and he's going to get behind this rock pillar. But the Strike Cruiser Gamma is right there with Gat Mortar. If that armor goes down, the Pastry Prize is finished.
Strike Cruiser Gamma is in a very poor situation. All three red ships are pointed directly at it. Ooh. It is tarring all over the place. Shots are landing, though. The red team knows where Strike Cruiser Gamma is. Those shot indicators are going to lead them, continue to lead them to the target proper. Hades shots are raining down upon it. Pastry Prize is falling behind with the Carronade. Strike Cruiser Gamma goes down!
Comes back from a 3-6 deficit to win. After a couple
Wow.
of over-engagements, some nice target acquisition on the part of the red team, and some nice movement from that Mobula.
Great aggressive work there on the part of James Tiberius Kirk, especially using that Carronade fish to extreme advantage. Oh my goodness.
That last fight, that last brawl was so gorgeous, because usually in Water Hazard you have like multiple fights that are completely split up, but we had all three ships from both teams in on this one big fight to end it. That was gorgeous.
That was insane.
Oh, King of the Hill.
King of the Hill Desert Scrap is a great one to end on. This is more likely going to be the last game of the Iron Fork.
I think only one sound will do justice to the last game.
Wow.
What a game.
It's going to be hard to top that one. We've seen Desert Scrap here on the Iron Fork of Friday before. We are certainly going to keep seeing it, as it is a very popular King of the Hill map. Probably the most popular King of the Hill maps next to Labyrinth. Is it Labyrinth or the other one?
Say that one more time. I was looking at something.
The really dark city King of the Hill map. Is it
Labyrinth.
okay, it is Labyrinth. I was right. I always confuse those two. For some reason, I always confuse those two. Oh my god. Still trying to come down a little bit from that game there. Oh my goodness.
That was intense. That was a lot of fun. I haven't shoutcasted that fast since my League of Legends days.
That's tough to keep up with. It's not easy. Oh my goodness.
League is a lot of fun to do play-by-play for, by the way.
Sammy corrected me. Desert Scrap and Labyrinth are the only King of the Hill maps. I forgot that. I consider...
Yes.
I keep thinking about the crazy King maps like, oh my god, how much I hate those. And I think about Desert Scrap and how much I like it.
I'm not a big fan of Crazy King.
Neither am I. I do not enjoy them myself. So we have some new ships on the field here. First off, and actually only off, the Mark 7. Bella McCrabernathy's Pyramidion. Oh, yes.
Maybe for this last game we should hop aboard a ship.
What? No! No! It's a terrible idea.
It's a beautiful idea.
No!
I'm going a little bit nuts with this.
You are crazy.
This dude, it's like, oh man, Fourth Oracle moving in on the engines. What an amazing player. And also incredibly handsome.
I'm not going to touch that one.
You know you
Yeah.
want to.
No. Unfortunately, we have lost the but we have gained the
Oh yeah, that's right. The Mark IV. I'm just gonna call it the I remember this.
Yeah. People love to give us strange things to pronounce when they are making their ships.
Both times it's been Melon McCrabernathy.
What? Rob? You're terrible. Oh, Sir Morty has joined. And the Strike Cruiser Gamma is going all gunner. Oh my.
Because why not? I mean, what? Dust storms aren't a thing.
Never. Ever.
Man, those... Ugh. I don't know. Dust storms are like the Vashta Narada of freaking components.
What does that even mean?
Do you watch Doctor Who?
Not really?
Piranhas of the Air.
Okay. Like, I watched a bit of the 10th Doctor, but that was it.
Okay. There was... Well, I think that was 10th Doctor. That was. Anyway, obscure nerd references aside, I'm not sure I got... Okay, they're not going all gunner. They
No,
lost a Juzo.
sadly. Sadly. I really wish Morty had stayed gunner, but no, Maddie was there first.
Now, you mentioned dust storm. Did you mean sandstorm?
Sandstorm. What song is that? Oh, that's Sandstorm.
That's Sandstorm. Rob is having fun with sound today, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm sorry, it's just so easy.
Sigh.
We're waiting on one more guy. All right, if you're in the audience, if you have a quick, I don't know, menu trigger. I don't want to say trigger finger. There we go. Okay, we have one more. No, there's still one spot open. 2 spots open. 2 spots.
Lucas is in the observation. He's in an observer spot. Get captaining. Get to captaining, Lucas. You can do it.
Do it.
Get in there. You'll be fine. No, someone else took it. Oh well.
Okay.
Our men's with the. Never mind.
No, he doesn't want none of it. Doesn't want it. Come on, we need one more captain. I don't know. There's only so much you can talk about in Iron Fork.
The beauty is that it's not really an incredibly high competitive scene.
No,
The
this
sad
is
part-
fun.
Oh my God, Sir Morty is getting the Viva la Squid out.
Squid, eh?
The Viva la Squid. Apparently, he's like one of the best squid pilots in the game.
He is. He is.
I have never
squid
seen him
pilot.
pilot a squid before, so I'm very excited to see this.
Yep, it's going to be interesting on King of the Hill because he's going to be trapped in a certain area.
Mm-hmm.
So
His
we'll see how
squid-
he decides to deal with it.
His squid is a front carronade, side flamer, back mine launcher. Okay.
Octo squid?
Okay.
Nobody suspects the squid?
Octo squid.
Nobody suspects a flak.
Flak.
Because a flak sucks on a squid.
Flak's awful on the squid.
That's why they don't suspect it.
Lucas is saying no.
Psychological warfare.
That's the new name of the Call of Duty game, by the way.
What? Psychological warfare?
Sure.
Oh, I thought you meant Call of Duty. No.
No.
Call of Duty. No. I know. I'm all for Call of Duty. Ah!
Maybe they'll take our advice. Your love is mine. New junker on the field. It's got carronades, it's got mine launchers, and it has a banshee.
I was gonna say if it's Your Love Is Mine, then it would be all mine launchers, maybe.
That would be good. That is something that Byron's probably going to do now.
Oh my gosh! Can you imagine on Desert Scrap, like just completely low point up with mines? Somebody do this. Hold on. Someone go all mine junker. Load up the point. In fact, everyone go all mine junker.
You're terrible. Sammy's saying go away. Oh, this is hilarious.
Strike crew. No, come on.
No, it's
Up the
fine.
point.
It's fine.
Come on.
We cannot actually affect the loadouts of a team.
I'm doing psychologicalness.
Oh, that's what we're calling it these days.
Psychologicalness. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because what's going to happen is they're going to use the title for Call of Duty, they're going to copyright it, and then we can't say it anymore.
Right.
Genius.
Perfect Bake, Shattuck Shademore's Pyramidion, going Flamer Carronade front with a Gap Mortar side. Strike Cruiser Gamma, not really changing much. It's got the Flamer, it's got the Gap Mortar, and it's got the double Hades.
It works. I like it. I think it's pretty
Yeah.
I
Viva La
think it's pretty
Squiddy is
cool.
sticking with the same, as we said previously. Fozzie the Pira, VSS Pastry Prize are both unchanged as well.
I think what's important to note is that there are 3 mine launchers on the field. And in a map where you have where everyone's around this centralized area, yeah, it's only 3. Okay, but still, you're going to have mines all over the place around that point. And
That is a maximum of 15 mines available in
Yep,
total.
it's going to change the dynamic of the game a lot.
Mm-hmm. Did have a We did have a crew member leave there on Strike Cruiser Gamma's vessel, one of the engineers, but Xander Brode should be able to keep things together there while teams get in position.
Yep. Well, if you're watching and you want to get in on this,
Mysterious Medic! Mysterious Medic's here. All right, tell us about Oracle. Tell us about Desert Scrap.
Desert Scrap is one of the only 2 King of the Hill maps in the game. There is a point inside of the big wreck of a ship, and you have to get inside of that wreck in order to be influencing the point. Except for a little area on the outside on the opposite side, but then you're not helping your team out much at all.
Yeah, we've discovered on previous Iron Forks that the area for the cap point extends way outside that wreck if you have yourself in the right position.
You got to get really close to the wreck anyways in order to start influencing that point. So you're going to end up with a lot of really tight movements within this little area, and the teams are off.
We'll be watching the teams just bolt to the point here as we do loadouts here. First up, Your Love Is Mine, piloted by Queen Chrysalis. We have on the right-hand side, mine launcher carronade rather. On the front's Banshee, and the left side is mine launcher carronade as well. On Fozzie the Pira, piloted by Fox, we have on it a front double Gat and a side Banshee mortar. And the third ship in the line of the VSS Pastry Prize, we have on it a carronade. It is a blender fish with Banshee and Flamer support. Take it away, Oracle.
Aboard the VSS Perfect Bake, we have a Flamer and carronade, beginning to get more popular, being piloted by Shadak Shademore. Aboard the port side, we have a Gat mortar. Aboard the Viva La Squiddy, being piloted by Sir Morty, we have a carronade on the front, Flamer on the side, and a mine launcher on the back. And aboard the Strike Cruiser Gamma, being piloted by Insignis, we have double Hades on the starboard side, Flamer on the front, and a Gat mortar on the port.
Viva La Squiddy swinging around the bottom of Your Love Is Mine, trying to get an advantage on it, but takes a very nasty mine bounce on its balloon and is still disabled. Whoa! Viva La Squiddy is going to sink pretty low here. Oh my goodness! Whoa! Strike Cruiser Gamma just got evaporated by Fozzie the Pira.
Now that is the ideal of a double Gat forward Pyramidion. Perfect Bait coming in, but the dust storm is coming in as well. It's going to take down all the components of both ships real fast.
Fozzie the Pira trying to keep some focus on Perfect Bake. Your Love Is Mine coming in. Oh my goodness. We lost Viva La Squiddy. That balloon, that mine balloon that they hit, just did not, they never recovered from that. Point has flipped to the red side of things. Perfect Bake is standing outside the point cap area.
Look at this. Your Love Is Mine. It's screening the whole front area with mines. It's going to be impossible to get in there. And red team already has the point. This game, it's really shifting in the favor of red.
Perfect Bake is losing hull very quickly now. They have lost balloon too. All their guns have been disabled. Nasty couple hits from the Pastry Prize and Fozzie the Pira. Viva La Squiddy is coming in from behind though. He is moving fast. Trying to take out, oh my goodness, Pastry Prize is actually in a little bit of trouble now. As Viva La Squiddy is on him hard. Balloon just coming back up on the Pastry Prize.
Yep, he's dropping down, but red team still holding strong in the center area. There goes. Which one was that?
Perfect Bake. That was Perfect Bake that just got evaporated. Viva La Squiddy has taken some fire back from the Pastry Prize. Sir Morty trying to keep control of the situation. Pastry Prize losing their balloon and outer hull again. Engine fire, gunfire to deal with. A lot of nasty shit is happening on both the Viva La Squiddy and the Pastry Prize. Viva La Squiddy, all their guns are on fire. 2 of their engines are on fire. Not good situation.
Well, while they duke it out, Strike Cruiser Gamma going in, eating a mine, and now the Your Love Is Mine is on him hard, except for the fact that a dust storm has just blown through. Strike Cruiser Gamma is in. Your Love Is Mine getting dangerously close to its own mines, and I think that the Strike Cruiser Gamma is doing what it can to bring those Gat mortar into arc, but Your Love Is Mine is just dropping down. This may not be the best for him. He wants to use his balloon as a big fat shield, but the Strike Cruiser Gamma is not going to have any of it. He's dropping down right next to him, and he wants that. No, he's going in on the Fozzie the Pira.
I'm not sure that's the best idea in the world. I understand what
Ooh,
Strike Cruiser Gamma is trying to do. Oh my goodness, Gat Mortar going down on Fozzie the Pyrrha. They did not wait for hull break though. Fozzie the Pyrrha goes in with a ram, knocking them off course and out of arc for just a moment there. They are back in arc though. Fozzie the Pyrrha continuing the pressure on Strike Cruise Gamma. Outer hull going down on the Junker. Mines going down around Strike Cruiser Gamma. Oh my goodness, they could hit a mine right in front of them if they're not too careful. Hull break has happened once again. Strike Cruiser Gamma dipping below that mine. Great tar drop too on Fozzie the Pyrrha, but it does hurt Strike Cruiser Gamma as well in this scenario.
Yep, those Gats are going to be maintained. Armor goes down. There's the nudge into the geometry. Is it gonna be there? There it is. Just barely getting that kill.
Nose cone of Fozzie the Pyrrha pierces the other Pyramidion, or rather I'm sorry, that was a Junker, wasn't it? Yes, it was a Junker, I'm sorry.
Yes. Perfect bake. Moving in, but he's got 3 on him. Viva La Squiddy is there too, but it's a 2-on-3. Your love is mine. Always in arc.
Oh, nasty!
Mine hit.
Nasty mine hits!
Wow! Completely threw the squid into the geometry, and now it's a 1-on-3. Yeah, there's the Your Love is Mine. I'm like, where'd he go? I'm blind. VSS
He's right there.
Bake stuck right in the geometry. He can't go forward. He can't go
Your
backwards.
Love is Mine's going in for Goomba Stomp. We're seeing Goomba Stomp.
Come on, he wants it. I don't think he wants to Goomba stomp him. He just wants to stop him from rising up. He wants to hold him in the geometry. There's the Rams. Look at that. They're getting him stuck right in there.
Oh my
They're firing
goodness.
on the armor right into the hull of that big down ship.
Fozzie the Pyrrha just obliterating that enemy ship. Wow.
Still in control of the point. They're almost halfway there.
Oh boy.
600 points. So something about King of the Hill, you need 600 points in order to win, and you cannot take the point back unless there is not a single enemy ship on the point. So blue team has got to come in together. They've got to be more coordinated. They need to come in together maybe after a dust storm is blown through, like right now, and try to take out those ships. They have to get all of them in quick succession in order for this to work. But the red team has been playing excellently. They're using the mines to screen him out. Look at that tar. Using that tar to keep him out. They don't need to kill blue team. They just need to keep them away.
Mm-hmm. There's no reason to kill something they don't have to kill in the first place to be successful. But that tar is drifting around a little bit. Fozzie the Pyrrha is taking just a slight bit of damage from that. Strike Cruiser Gamma actually lost their balloon due to some mid-range fire there from the red team. I think to be absolutely successful, Viva La Squiddy has to get in there first, really kind of fly around a little bit, distract the red team. Perfect Bake, though, going in against the pastry prize before his allies come in with him. It is a generally... Nope, I'm sorry. Viva La Squiddy coming in there on Your Love Is Mine. Do we have any kind of break yet? Yes, the balloon is down on Your Love Is Mine. Viva La Squiddy is more than likely going to lock down Your Love Is Mine, keeping it disabled.
Quick ram on the... God, I can't
the
ever
perfect
remember.
bake. That was the perfect bake, I believe.
I'll never remember. Perfect Bake goes down, backing up into the Strike Cruiser Gamma, just trying to take out that balloon. If that balloon goes down, he's going to drop into the geometry, and there's nothing he can do. Viva La Squiddy putting the fire on the Your Love Is Mine. He's stuck. Right now, Strike Cruiser Gamma taking that
great mine on Viva La Squiddy. Great mine takes out almost all of their components. Balloon goes down. Outer hull is down. They're taking perma-hull damage. They could go down here if something isn't done fast.
Wow, they're throwing him down into this awful little pit here. Goomba Stomp whoop, from Fozzie the Pyrrha, and there he goes. Viva La Squiddy stuck as well. The balloon is going to stay up, but as he rises up, his armor goes down, and Fozzie the Pyrrha just needs that fire, but the border's down. Banshee starts firing. Fire everywhere on the Viva La Squiddy, and that's all it's going to take.
They got attrition down. Perfect Bake coming back in, but he is solo. 3v1 scenario. This is a meat grind right now.
They can't do this. Like, they've been staggering themselves too much. Your Love Is Mine, losing their balloon, getting thrown down. We need a name for that little pit right there. Like...
The black hole?
I don't know. Yeah, that's kind of like a black hole. You get beyond a certain point in it, and you just don't come back up.
It has its own event horizon.
I like that name. I think
the Sarlacc pit.
The Sarlacc.
I mean, it is in a desert. Yeah.
Yeah,
sure,
I like Sarlacc pit. Sarlacc pit's perfect.
Yep. So that all right. I mean, we've lost 3-4 ships down there in this match alone.
Perfect Bake is actually doing a really good job of engaging all 3 targets so far. Doing a
2
good job of
mines.
distracting. Good mines, though. Perfect Bake has lost almost all their components next to one of their engines.
Yep, their other engine is getting eaten up by that dust storm. Comes back up, gets a whack on it, but that's all he's got. Fozzie the Piro, though, not looking good either. Its portside guns are down. That dust storm just kind of paused everything for a bit.
Strike Cruiser Gamma is getting in there, too. Oh, my goodness. This is a coup right now for the blue team. They've been able to get 2 of their big ships, their 2 big ships inside. Fozzie the Pira coming in. Great ram so far. Great hull breaks. Great mines. That's it.
Those rams are brutal. This double gat is working so well because it's so easy to keep the enemy close. You break that armor, you start getting those little nudges and pull the hull apart.
Oh boy. Wow.
Splitty, he's forced to stay back out of this. Those double gats are ripping through his armor.
We're getting to the point of no return on this one where red team is going to get the win if something is not done.
Perfect Bake, getting focused down. Fozzie the Piro, though, stuck in the pit of Sarlacc. It's eaten armor or hull damage. Perfect Bake just keeps popping that balloon, and here comes the dust storm. It's going to keep him down there even longer.
Fozzie the Piro has completely lost their outer hull. It's just coming back up right now. Balloon just comes back up. They're starting to rise out of the Sarlacc pit, but Perfect Bake is right above. Oh, gets hit by one of his own mines.
Mine going above him, trying to keep the Fozzie the Piro from rising up. Only 25 points more. I think we've hit the point of no return.
Yep, we have. Win is going to go to the red team. Mines hitting everywhere now. Those mines are actually from the Your Love Is Mine. Apologies there. That was not the VSS Perfect Bake. So, oh, great, another mine hit. Wow.
Get the kill. There it is. Wow, that was gorgeous. I love how they're using the mines, not just to deal damage, but shove them into the geometry.
Yeah, no, that's great. Sarlacc Pit gets four noms on that one. It eats 4 separate ships just on that game alone. Ouch.
That was really fun to watch, actually. I love seeing the mines on this map. That was a lot of fun.
This map always is a fun time here on the Iron Fork of Friday. We'll see if they're going to do another one here. I do believe we're coming to the close of this week's Iron Fork. Oh, we have about 20 minutes left. We might get one more game in.
Perhaps.
And we did have a comment in chat. If everyone went all mine junker, that'd be 5 times 5 times 6, so 150 mines.
I want to see that.
I want it.
I want to see that. We need to do it.
I want that cake. Do you want this cake? I want it. Do you want this cake? I want it. I do want that cake.
All right, it looks like we might be having one more game here, guys. And it's going to be on Northern Fjords.
Yay!
Oh, dear God.
Jaws action. Danger zone!
No, never do that again.
Okay.
Thank you.
A
couple people switching around here, trying to figure themselves out.
What am I? No, Captain.
Oh, Captain, my Captain.
We got one more match in this. So this is a public match. This is absolutely 100% casual, just for fun. And so if you're watching right now and you want in on this, hop in.
We have a couple change-outs on ships here. We have the Mary Celeste, a goldfish piloted by Choppin. That's a blender fish.
Sammy just sent me the cake song.
We have the Floppy Flop Man ship.
Send that to Rob.
No, because he will play it. No.
I know.
We don't want him to play it. The Floppy Flop Man ship, that's a Lumber Spire.
I like
the
Lumber
VSS. Oh, never mind. Sammy is going into pilot. Oh dear. Sammy piloting is a force of nature. He's using the Geesebane, his goldfish. I don't think I've ever seen him pilot a goldfish before.
I haven't either. I've only ever seen him pilot a junker.
It's a blender fish too. It's a blender fish setup.
This is special. This is a treat. This is a treat.
As you guys know, as I'm sure everyone watching knows, the Ducks all have to name their ships something duck or feathery related. So the Geeksbane is named as such. We also have the Love Fortress, Galleon, double Typhon Heavy Flax, a Carronade, and a Hwacha on that one.
He's been really liking this, relying on his teammates to take out the armor, and then he just lands.
And it's worked out. It's worked out for whatever team Kreen has been on.
Yeah, it's great. I like it a lot. It's working, especially in tandem with the Fozzie the Pura. I don't know. It works really well in 3v3. It might work in 2v2. I want to see it happen, personally.
Oh, yeah. All righty. Well, we'll be getting to it here very shortly. James Tiberius Kirk sitting out for this last one. We thank him and his cakes for putting on this event every single Friday, 4 p.m. EST. Of course, you can watch it right here on twitch.tv/The Rob and Dan Show. And you can see the replays at youtube.com/The Rob and Dan Show as well. At any point in time.
Quick question.
Quick answer.
Have the Ducks ever had a ship called the Downward Spire?
You're fired. Get out.
Sorry, that's my 9 Inch Nails joke of the night.
You are fired. That was terrible.
Funny thing about 9 Inch Nails, the only consistent member for every album has been Trent Reznor.
Yeah.
Because nobody can stand to work with Trent Reznor for more than one album. If 150 mines, Literal Lucas asks, what would happen if 150 mines went off at the same time?
You would have a nuclear explosion.
Dear God.
Buffer underrun error.
I think you might actually be able to permanently destroy components with that. Like, as in, no amount of spanner could repair that.
There is no repair button for that kind of thing. We have a new ship on the blue side of things, the Sunny, piloted by Cryozen. We have on it... Oh, nope, he switched out to the Going Merry. That is quadruple Hwacha with a GAT and a Mercury field gun on the back. That is a lot of Hwacha.
Better watch your back against that ship.
You're fired too. Both of you get out. Leave. You're done.
Come on, Rob. We're going to make our own channel with blackjack and hookers.
Oh, my God. We have a lone galleon on the blue team as well. They don't have a crew yet, though.
The ABC. That is a lot of balloon popping. Holy cow.
That is triple heavy Carronade Lumberjack with a Hades and a Mortar.
Let's see. Not a whole lot changing on anything else. I really, like, I'm slowly falling in love with this double GAT forward Pura.
Oh, Redry and Mene have joined. Redry is going to captain here.
Come on, do
Yes!
it. Yeah. Hey, listen. Piloting the Navi.
Is he going to use his squid?
I hope so. That's a double Carronade super... Oh,
no, we got the Rainbow Crash.
Yep. Pretty classic. Throwing out that Hades Artemis, as has become standard aboard the Rainbow Crash.
He either has his long-range setup in a Hades Artemis, or he will go with a short-range setup of a Flamer Carronade. He looks like he's going with his long-range setup this time.
Yep, Northern Fjords, people typically use that long-range setup, despite what we saw on Wednesday, using the clouds to great effectiveness.
Oh, you know, that was great to see, too. I loved that.
It's about time. Like, I remember, did we talk to him during the stream or after the stream? Where I think I talked to him afterward, when I said, like, you know, I really, or maybe that was the Sunday Rumble. I think it might have been the Sunday Rumble, because I remember we talked in the community chat. I said, like, what inspired you to use the close range? He said, like, well, it's a close range map. You have so many clouds that it's easy to close distance.
And no, guys, people cannot see the chat on stream. Don't worry about it. We have a nice little... Rob actually made this this little video that will play previewing the map in the chat window.
Yeah, I know. I love it.
It's
When
a great
I'm
little
streaming this weekend, I'm going to be using that.
Really now? What do you plan on streaming? Just doing some random guns?
No, like I'm streaming.
Oh yeah,
I'm doing streaming
yeah.
For both
Right.
this weekend for the tournaments.
Yeah, I forgot about that. Oh my
Don't
goodness.
worry, my camera work will be gorgeous, darling. Actually, like
right.
I really like Rob's camera work. Like, little shout out to Rob there. Like, he does great.
Why, thank you very
I like
much.
the action. I like the action shots that he gets, sort of the over the shoulder bits. It's great. I think it makes it really exciting. Goomba Stomp.
Getting less Goomba Stomp in there because Goomba Stomp.
Why not?
Team should be readying up here pretty shortly here. Last game of the Iron Fork of Friday.
Actually, now that you mention it, I am going to be streaming like on my own stream after the Iron Fork. That'll be fun. I'll lead with FTL. So FYI, Rob, Dan, and I are going to be racing FTL this Sunday. You know you're excited for it, Dan.
I'm not. No, I don't want to participate.
No, you're doing it. Do it for your fans.
What fans?
All of them.
All 0 of them. Okay, got it.
They love you. Come on. Come on. You know you want to.
You'll love it.
I love it.
Okay, you need that on your soundboard, Rob.
Yes.
love it, brother.
Oh,
I want a divorce because you look like a horse.
Brother.
Hate that horse face. All right, what are we waiting on? We're waiting on just setting up the last couple of people, I
Yeah.
think. Love and Sunshine, Galleon. Yep, still going with that all Hwacha and a Gatling side. Seeing close range Galleons, it makes me happy. I rather like close range Galleons.
Really? Why is that?
Just because they're big, they're heavy, and like, it takes a little bit to get in, but it's so hard to take down that it just gets in there. It's kind of a juggernaut. It charges in, strips away your armor with that Gatling, and then double Hwacha kills you immediately. If you can get it going, it's pretty gorgeous.
We're getting into it here. Last map of the Iron Fork of Friday for this February 14th, Valentine's Day 2014. Tell us about Northern Fjords.
Northern Fjords is a little bit interesting. It's oftentimes played as a sniping map because of the massively tall flight ceiling, as well as having just being a very large map in general with lots of different long-range approaches. But close-range builds absolutely work because of the large number of clouds that are on this map. So you see a lot of both.
Alrighty, getting into the red team here. First up, we have Love Fortress, piloted by Queen Chrysalis. We have on the right side, Carronade Hwacha. On the left side of things, we got Double Heavy Flak, a Mercury Field Gun, and a Mine Launcher. Second ship is Foz the Pirate, piloted by Fox. We have Double Gat Front. That's been consistent through the entirety of the Iron Fork. We also have a Double Barrel Mortar and a Banshee on it. And on the Spire, the Floppy Flop Man ship, piloted by Melon McCrabenathi. It's a Lumber Spire. We have Triple Artemis on it supporting that Lumberjack. Go ahead, Oracle.
Aboard the Gay Spain, being piloted by Sammy BT. We have a Carronade on the front, so we got a Blenderfish going on, an Artemis on the starboard side, and a Flare Gun on the port for a little bit of utility. Aboard the Rainbow Crash, we have Redvria piloting it, Hades and Artemis on the front, with a Carronade and Artemis on the port side. And aboard the Love and Sunshine, being piloted by Cryozen, we have Quad Hwacha!
All the Hwacha, all the time.
Quad Hwacha! With a Gatling on the port side and a Mercury on the back.
Did you want more Hwacha? You can't get any more Hwacha than this.
You can't handle the Hwacha. Foz the Pirate coming in close and soon. Geesbane's
Fozzie the
going to be
Pure
right
is going out way ahead of their team. This isn't a good situation for them. This is going to hurt a little bit.
Double Gat coming down, trying to disable those Watchas. Though it looks like just one Whirlwind is going to go down. Rainbow Crash going to try to ram him hard. There's the bump. Geesbane trying to get around to pop that balloon. He's just loading it into the hull, though. Geesbane getting targeted by the Love Fortress. Those flaks are just coming out as much as they like. The Geesbane seems to be in trouble. Armor goes down. Flak comes out. It lands. Perma hull is at 1/3 capacity.
This is a nasty situation for Geesbane right now, especially for a ship that likes to get in really close and personal. Balloon goes down again. Floppy Flop Manship is taking some very good shots on it, but Geesbane, because of that blown balloon, is still sinking lower and lower, using some tar to try and get out of the situation as Rainbow Crash continues to put pressure on Fozzie the Pyrrha, along with Love and Sunshine.
Love and Sunshine coming in on the Floppy Flop Manship. There's the Gatling to try and disable the guns. Watcher goes right to the balloon. Not the optimal target. Fozzie the Pyrrha gonna run right by him. There's the tar, but Rainbow Crash is gonna knock him right into his own tar. He's in his own tar now. His armor is down. He's eating a little bit of permahull. Rainbow Crash is just for a long range Pyrrha.
We've seen Redria be incredibly aggressive time after time. Geesbane coming into with that heavy carronade along with Rainbow Crash, bumping and brawling as best they can, taking some serious damage to the Floppy Flop. But Rainbow Crash is about to start taking permahull damage from Fozzie the Pyrrha.
Geesbane gonna get that last little bit of damage. I think that was actually a Hades. Geesbane did get that kill, so a little nudge, picking up that kill. Rainbow Crash, though, eating that double gat, takes a huge bump. Permahull's not looking good, comes back up, but it's going to get melted again. Fozzie the Pyrrha is not going to let him go. Hades is in arming range. Rainbow Crash backing up pretty darn hard, but he can't burn kerosene. He's got to keep his guys on the permahull. It goes down. Where's the ram? There it is.
Nose Cone of Fozzie the Pyrrha gets another kill for the day. That's what, 4 or 5 for the day in total?
He's done very well for himself.
Whew.
I mean, the double Gatling just keeps those guns locked down for so long that the armor goes down and then they just ram him to death. It's kind of beautiful.
It takes options away from the opposing ship very quickly, that double Gat.
Fozzie the Pyrrha almost lost its balloon, but the Gats are coming down. Not landing the way they need to. Now they are. Geesbane trying to get behind the Fozzie, but the Floppy Flop Manship is firing hard on the Geesbane.
Geesbane took a nasty little bump there from Fozzie the Pyrrha's nose cone, just the very top of it. It didn't seem like that much, but it twisted around the Geesbane in a direction that I don't think they wanted. It definitely threw things off just a little bit. Geesbane still taking fire from the Floppy Flop Manship. Fozzie the Pyrrha not in range at all. Love Fortress coming in. Watcher shots could go out, but Love Fortress taking a lot of damage very quickly. Outer hull goes down. They've lost 3 of their guns. Outer hull still down, just comes back up. They have engine fires to deal with right now.
They're focusing down a single target very, very nicely. Rainbow Crash firing that Hades. Armor's down. Where's the Hwacha? Not quite in arc, but it's going to take a nasty ram. The armor came back up just in time, but it's down again. Love Fortress is going to get Goomba stomped by the Geesbane. Here it comes. Not quite. Hwacha goes down. Going to disable it. Keeping it disabled so it can't get out. Floppy Flop Manship trying to disable the Love and Sunshine so the Love Fortress can get out, but he's stuck in a little corner here. He's gonna bump a ton unless he can get out. The balloon is up, but only barely. Fozzie the Pyrrha now moving in Love and Sunshine. I think the red team has managed to turn this one around.
Joining back in now. I got disconnected there. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen.
There we go.
All right, we're back in. Floppy Flop Manship. Balloon is still sitting down. They have not gotten that back up yet. Love Fortress getting tarred just a little bit by Geesbane, it looks like. Oh my goodness.
Tearing apart that spire. Now the Love and Sunshine getting targeted. Double Gat.
They're going to go down here. They are going to go down. They're getting eaten by the water. Fozzie the Pyrrha, just too much pressure from the double Gat. Rainbow Crash, though, coming in.
There's the ram!
Nice bumps.
Visible geometry. That ship's hitbox doesn't quite line up with the model. Rainbow Crash got a little bit too close to be able to do anything after that Spire kill, but now Fozzie the Pyrrha getting rammed by the Rainbow Crash over and over again. He's just trying to preoccupy him so that the Geesebane can finish out the Love Fortress and come help.
We've had hull break on Fozzie the Pyrrha. They're taking a lot of fire, mostly from I don't see where. Is all that pressure literally coming from the Rainbow Crash?
What they're doing is they're loading the Hades into the hull. There he goes.
Wow.
What they are doing is they're loading the Hades into the hull. Even within arming time, those fire stacks add up quickly. And I think it's 2 for every single shot. When you're that close, that's 8 times 2, 16 fire stacks immediately. Now the floppy flop manship getting
Great
hard.
bump. Wow.
Hydrogen being used to get away, but Rainbow Crash is doing the exact same thing, rising up to try and meet him. Floppy Flop is turning to try and get in, but the Rainbow Crash, he's just going to back up a little bit, get that Hades in the arming time for a quick kill, but Fozzie the Pyrrha here to save the Floppy Flop's life.
Rainbow Crash is above arc for that flak cannon, and it looks like they're nearly above arc. They're completely above arc for the Hades. They just rose way too high, way too fast, trying to dodge the Fozzie the Pyrrha.
Love Fortress in the meantime, Geesebane locking him down on the ground there. Having trouble getting the kill. His allies need him. Big Quacha coming out from the Love and Sunshine. Gonna disable nothing on the Floppy Flop manship.
Love Fortress is well distracted by the Geesebane right now, but neither really have the killing power to take each other out. Geesebane can keep the Love Fortress on the ground as much as it wants, but it just doesn't have the damage output to finish it off.
Floppy Flop got all of its dudes on the Artemis so that they could deal the hull damage to kill it before I got too close. Those double GATs are working great with these other ships. When you have builds around that double GAT on 3v3, it's so strong. Love and Sunshine gonna be the next target. Can't quite get any disables. Not the way it wants to. Those GATs are gonna take down those
Floppy Flop
Quachas.
is nearly in arc of Love and Sunshine too. They need to raise up here.
They gotta do something quick. They're too low for the Artemis to hit. I don't know why I think they're dropping down to try and help with the Geesebane. The Love Fortress can't take that anymore. Well, the Fozzie the Pyrrha is just going to continually rip apart the armor of the Love and Sunshine. And
Floppy Flop, one of their Artemis is directly targeting the engines of the Geesebane, doing as much as possible to try and immobilize the Geesebane so Love Fortress can get away from it.
If they can get the Love Fortress out of this, that's going to be a huge...
Oh no, Rainbow Crash comes in on the Spire though, ripping it to shreds. Floppy Flop goes down to a backstab from the Rainbow Crash.
By turning in on a different target, it alienated itself from any kind of help from Fozzie the Pyrrha, and that was, I think, a mistake. I think they just kind of forgot about the Rainbow Crash. Rainbow Crash
Fortress.
Right, finish it off the Love Fortress. Love and Sunshine and Fozzie the Pyrrha are just kind of dueling it out right here. I can't believe the Love Fortress is still alive.
They just haven't been taking enough damage from those bumps. They haven't.
Not quite a Goomba Stomp.
Rainbow Crash lining up the shots with the Geesebane, doing their best to try and take out Love Fortress.
Love Fortress still managing to hold on. It hasn't taken any permahull. There we go. Rainbow Crash with that armor shred potential, putting some damage down. They're targeting the engines with that Artemis. There's the bump. He's stuck. He's gonna get shoved against the geometry. Not looking good for him. Hades is gonna melt the armor. One more Artemis will do it. Armor comes up just in time, but he's dropping. Balloons down. There's the nudge. Armor's still up, but only barely. It's burning. Once it goes down, it's gonna be done. There it goes. Love and Sunshine.
Oh my goodness.
Now getting targeted by the Fozzie. Here comes the Ram. Armor's down. The armor comes up just in time, though, and they can't get the kill. They're too low.
Quacha shots desperately missing Fozzie the Pyrrha. They need to be a lot more accurate. That Love and Sunshine Hull goes down one more time, takes him out, but in comes the Geesebane with that carronade, taking out the balloon of Fozzie the Pyrrha, ramming him against the mountain. 6-4 in favor of the blue team. They're just able to stay ahead in the kill count.
I feel like we're watching dominoes. Like, one gets rammed against the wall, he gets stuck against the wall, another guy comes, rams him into the corpse of the other ship. Floppy Flop manship getting taken down. That Hades was just too much. Blue team,
That was
nice coordination.
fast.
Some nice coordination on their part, able to pick up the win.
It was insane. That was almost exhausting how fast-paced that was. Wow. The Iron Fork never disappoints when it comes to just insanity in action. Ever.
Oh,
It
it's
never
great.
disappoints.
It's so much fun. Like, I mean, it's a 3v3. It's already, you know, like, not what's done competitively, but you just get people of all different skill levels working together. It pulls in strategies that you don't normally see. There's a ton of
Oh, yeah.
and fun. People do what they enjoy in the Iron Fork, and it's a lot of fun to see people doing what they enjoy.
We're going to be ending it off here, folks. That was an insane Iron Fork. What sticks out in your mind from today's events? Anything kind of flashing at you?
Yeah, Double Gap Pura.
Double Gap here it is. We saw a lot. We saw that to incredible effect today. Incredible effect. And while Fox didn't always get the wins with that, their team rather didn't always get the wins, certainly we saw some major hull shredding going on, some major component shredding. You cannot simply charge and focus on the Fozzie the Pyrrha with both of those gats going at you. You're going to lose components way too fast.
It would work so well with like another ship with flak, because it would eliminate the trouble that you usually have of one ship being focused down.
Mhm.
Like, I like it a lot. I think that it's a possibility. Like, I know it's 3v3, and I know this is a less competitive arena, but I see the power of it now, and I
Mhm.
want to see it. I want to see it happen, and I want to see it work.
There we go. Again, thank you, everyone. Appreciate you joining us. Oracle, thank you for being here as well. We love having you here on the stream. You're going to be here tomorrow for the whatchamacallit, the Box Social.
Saturday Box Social.
Yeah, we're going to have
As
you
well
for
as
Saturday
the
Box
Sunday
Social.
Rumble.
And Sunday Rumble, absolutely. With that being said, though, we'll be back on in about an hour and a half to 2 hours here with some, I don't know what yet. We're going to have something. We're going to have something.
Streamer's Choice today, isn't it?
We're going to have something here. Thank you for joining us. You're watching twitch.tv/The Rob and Dan Show.